And now sports with Chris Duerr from the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Sports Desk.
Well, tip-top of the evening, everybody, and welcome to Sports Final, the Week 11 edition, where the herd of still standing high school football teams has definitely been thin to this point, Ben.
Yeah, district semifinal action in Northeast Missouri providing the bulk of our coverage tonight, but we did have one IHSA playoff game of interest on tap, a bit of an interconference run fun in the Western Big Six between Moline and Quincy High.
Yes, a repeat of week number 4, and you know what? Quincy High School equal to the task, happy to be at home, and even had a Friday night feel, which you gotta love this time of year. Moline, however, would draw first blood, and it was the red-hot Adrian Cooper who had a monster week last week for the Maroons. He punches in from 2 yards out, and just like that, it's 7-0 in favor of Moline. First Quincy High possession, and for the 11th straight time this season, Quincy High would score on it, although it took a monster catch here from the monster that is Tykel Hammers going up to get down. He's ruled down at the 1-yard line. No matter, Jarius Rice Jr. going to do his thing and splash in from a yard out at this point, and that, my friends, ties us all up. The defense from that point forward, great against the run for the Blue Devils, and it starts here with Colton Schmidt doing his thing. Chase down action from the backside. That is technically a tackle for loss, 1 yard behind the line of scrimmage. Then check this out. What a night for Jarius Rice Jr. He's going to take the screen pass to the right, cut back to the left, and get his Marcus Allen on. Google it, you youngsters. Marcus Allen was really good back in the day. Touchdown of 47 yards, and just like that, the Blue Devils have a lead, and they're not going to relinquish it the rest of the night, and it's going to be a lot of this guy. Jarius Rice Jr., a monster. 4 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 2 receiving. He ends up with 195 yards of total offense in the night and those 4 touchdowns, and the Blue Devils never look back as Braden Little goes 23 of 29 passing for 335 and 3 touchdowns, 44-14 your final. Up next for the Quincy Blue Devils, their first playoff road trip as they head to the state quarterfinals. Their opponent will be Chicago power St. Rita, who took down Willowbrook tonight. All right, district semifinals, Ben, in America's hometown.
Yeah, fun one, at least early on, between Hannibal and Mexico. We will start on the defensive side for Hannibal, and you're going to see a fumble recovery coming up here in just a moment. And for Hannibal, that is Jonathan Green, who comes out of the pile with that football. As Hannibal, very early on in this one, will take over with the football. They're not going to have a chance to strike first after they started on defense, and let's go to that offensive side, and it's through the air they score those 6 points. That's Reed Holiday for the touchdown. Hannibal able to strike first in this battle against Mexico, but then Mexico started to gain some momentum. We will have the quarterback keeper as Charlie Fisher punches it in for the touchdown, and then a crazy play on the extra point as Caden Bene fumbles the snap but is able to pick it up, run around. This is Looney Tunes-esque, and then throws it for the 2-point conversion. 8-7 Mexico after Corbin Dorsey comes down with that one. It's 8-7. Then off the sweep, it's going to be Dorsey again as he scores and makes it 15-7 Mexico. That's their first lead of the game. But Hannibal, they would answer as Waylon Anders, another quarterback keeper. This time it's Hannibal doing it for the touchdown. Then a 2-point conversion coming by Lennon Essig. That ties it up 15-all. But then Hannibal from there would start to run away with it. They go on to win it 42-27. They will advance in this one.
Indeed they do, and they will continue to advance to the district championship game, which will have to be played on the road as Warrenton takes down Osage 42-7. So again, Hannibal at Warrenton next Friday night. All right, let's check in with the South Shelby Cardinals Class 2 District 7 action, Ben.
Yeah, the South Shelby offense, they were rolling tonight at home against Macon. The very first offensive snap for the Cardinals. Say hello to Price Egan going down the sideline. Breaks off a huge gain on this run to start the drive. Gets that South Shelby team moving before the fans, they really even get settled into their seats. Very next play, a different running back. This time, Gabe Bowen breaks a couple tackles, gets in for the 19-yard touchdown. Cardinals led 7-0 very quickly in this one. Macon offense, they would answer, though. Next drive on 3rd down, Taylon Holman finds Kevin Isaacson to move the chains. Very nice timing there on the out route as those two keep the drive alive. And then just moments later for Macon, Holman going to pull it, throw to his man Ryder Lewis, who gets in on the slant, breaks a tackle. We've got a 7-7 ball game early on in this one, but the South Shelby offense, they kept on cooking all throughout the night. Here comes another big run from Egan to start the drive. Very similar looking play as he gets down the sidelines and breaks away, and that's once again going to set up that South Shelby offense to keep on rolling. We have a similar run and then a similar result on the drive, another rushing touchdown. This time quarterback Chase Mollering keeps it, puts the Cardinals back up by 7, and South Shelby offense, that's where they would start to get things going even more on offense. 14-7 late in the first. This time it's Mollering breaking away for the big run. We've seen plenty of those now going down the sideline, and this Cardinals offense, they once again were tough all night long. Finally, they'll show it through the air as Mollering finds Owen Stwave for the touchdown. Nice catch. South Shelby, they go on to win this one big, 48-19 your final score.
Nice stuff from Owen Steve right there. Let's go to the other side of the bracket to see who would face South Shelby in the championship game. Monroe City up huge at this point, 34-0 late in the first half. And man, Dylan Ross has some goodness in those legs of his. This is a 20-yard run, and it's a really, really good one as he splashes his way home in this one. Monroe City gets the 40-0 lead and never looks back on the night. Monroe City South Shelby rematch. Monroe City playing a lot better this time around. Can't wait to see how that shakes down next week. And again, that should be an awful lot of fun. On to the scoreboard now in Class 2. Bowling Green is moving on with the big win tonight over Jefferson of Festus, 60-12. We'll have highlights of that game for you coming up tomorrow. Bowling Green will be on the road for the district title game at Herman. Centralia's season comes to an end at the hands of Father Tolton tonight. Also, Louisiana is out thanks to a loss to Perryville St. Vincent. And Scotland County had a 7-0 lead on Putnam County, but couldn't hold on for the upset. They ended up losing that one 14-7. Let's do some 8-man, Ben.
Yeah, there were plenty of highlights provided in this one, a back-and-forth battle between North Shelby and Knox County. Knox County, first off, is going to get things going late in the first half as Carson Hayes takes it running right at the camera in for the touchdown. And then you'll see the two-point conversion coming up here to follow right after, as it's the quarterback, Cooper Clare, who runs it in himself. Knox County, they led 20-14, just a few minutes left in the first half, but late in the second quarter, there was plenty of offense on both sides, as we're going to see a run here by Gannon Bowen for North Shelby to move the chains. Nice little celebration afterwards. He knows that's a first down. And then it's Jay Daniel taking over on this drive, as we'll see a first down run from him. Lowers the shoulder and dives ahead to keep the offense rolling. And then it's Daniel one more time with his legs. High snap, doesn't matter. He runs it in to tie our game up at 20 apiece. They get the two-point conversion as well. And North Shelby led 22-20 late in the first half. But then here comes the Knox County offense once again. It's Cooper Clare. He's another quarterback who can run. Big run with under a minute to go in the first half as Knox County looking to strike back, head into the locker room. And then it's Cooper Clare. This time he's not looking to run. He's buying time to throw and eventually gets it to Jackson Vanoy, who gets him all the way down to the 5-yard line. Nice work there to buy time. And then it's Cooper Clare to Carson Hayes for the touchdown. That makes it 26-22. And although Knox County would score late in the first half and take a 28-22 lead into the locker room, it'd be North Shelby with a big second half who goes on to win this one. They take it 44-42 your final score.
Up next for North Shelby would be the winner of Paris and Schuyler County. Weird start in this one for Cody Carney's Coyotes, trying to reach the district title game against North and to host it. A touchdown in this two-point conversion by Elliott Sevitz put the Rams up 8-0. You know what? It looked like Paris was going to answer right back. Luke Ensor to the air right here to the very talented Mr. Brad Skinner, and he's going to take this all the way deep into the red zone, so much so that Paris was on the 1.5-yard line here and couldn't score the ball, unfortunately. Big-time defense coming up right here as the screen pass is snuffed out to get the turnover on downs by Dayton Rush in this one, and the Coyotes come up empty on this one. Or here's Dayton Rush with a tackle for loss. Paris gets the ball back. Things are not going well to start their next drive either. It's Caden Veach with a blow-up of the screen here as well. Then Mason Oliver with the tip away for the Schuyler County defense. It's 4th and 10 from the 29 for Paris, and finally the offense gets going, and it is a fountain of goodness from Gatlin Fountain. Look at this run. Magnificent stuff from him. Paris's offense erupts after I leave. I stayed there a good half hour. I got one touchdown. They scored 86 points tonight. Paris will host North Shelby coming up next week in the district. Hey, let's talk about Paris some more as well. State cross country, the boys today finished 9th, but the big story, Landon Chapman, 2nd place in the state by a percentage of a second. 16:25 his time. Also, shout outs to Grayson Miller, Porter Britt, and Levi Wright, I should say. On the girls' side, the Paris girls end up finishing 7th on the season. They were led by Marin Kinnaman win, who ends up with a 19th place finish there as well. We got some college basketball tonight. John Wood with its home opener taking on Northern Arkansas in this one. The big fella, Jake Wallingford, doing what Jake Wallingford does. Little turnaround spin move for him. That's good stuff. And then it's Nolan Dietrich, the pride of Illini West, lacing a 3 in this one. The wide open shooting really good for John Wood. They're not done. How about a little Torrey Smith action, hitting the boards, going up strong and getting the 2. Story in this game, though, would be the pride of Macomb. Connor Watson, 5 of 7 from distance tonight, had himself a big night shooting the basketball as John Wood picks up its first win of the season. 80-74 is your final in that contest. On the scoreboard tonight, also with a big win, Illinois College in their season opener at Webster tonight. Huge night for Buzz Ritzel with 26 points as IC gets the win over Webster. They'll play again coming up tomorrow. I promised these last night. Let's do it now from Mizzou Arena. We've got Abby Schreck, the pride of Quincy Notre Dame, with the first of her 2 buzzer beaters. This one awfully darn good as well. She had 9 points, all of them on threes. We're going to show you all 3 of those buckets coming up right here as Abby Schreck was seemingly everywhere doing everything for her team, and boy is Mizzou struggling, and boy did they need it. By the way, a week from tonight, Abby Schreck and Mizzou at Macomb at Western Hall. That should be plenty of fun as well. So big night for Abby Schreck there as well. One other college bit of news to pass along today. Quincy University in Umsel, number 20 in the nation in volleyball, QU, number 18 in the nation in a big-time GLVC showdown, and this one was all about the Lady Hawks. Susanna Beretti, do your thing. Not 1, but 2 straight kills to kind of set this match off, and you know what? The Lady Hawks would never look back in this one, winning 25-23, 25-20, 16-25, 25-15. They're now 9-1 on the season, and that should help them move up in the national rankings. And speaking of moving up, we're going to be moving on up and out tomorrow with a busy day of overtime.
I know you and I are both excited. We got the 3 IHSA football playoff games. You had another in Missouri. And then on top of that, we've been following all week with Hannibal's journey in their district championship. Hopefully we get some good stuff. I know we're looking forward to it.
We've got all of that. We've got state cross country in both Missouri and Illinois. We've got college football and all kinds of other things to deal with tomorrow. It is going to be a monster overtime. You give us a half hour, we'll give you the world. We'll see you then, everybody.